Hi guys, morning all of you.
Morning, sir.
Morning.
Myself
Good
Kalyan.
morning.
Morning. Yeah. So myself Kalyan, I'm a Java trainer. Okay. I will look after technology part here. Right. Shall we start, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. Guys, if you are going to, if you are going to try to learn, okay, Java outside, so wherever, so they will look after only Java, right? So there is no like separatedly so programming and technology. Yes or not, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So you need to give the priority for both programming and technology. Okay. You need to get the knowledge on both. If you are going to get only technology, so you can't build logical programs, right? If you know only programming, you can't deal with real-time scenarios, whatever going to learning. What are going to be happen in real time. Yes or not? So that's why we are going to dividing entire part Java into two modules. One is programming and technology. Okay. So technology part I will look after. Okay. Right. Okay. Like this. So if you think about like Java, so what we are going to cover? Let's get brief idea. Okay. Like core Java. And like advanced Java. Like UI technologies. HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Okay. So database. So real-time project. So all these we are going to cover, guys. Okay. We think about technology perspective. Okay. Like if you go for under code Java, like entire OOPS concepts with real-time scenarios. Okay. So normally you're going to deal with OOPS means you can know that at definition, you can know the particular program, right? But here, so definition, programming, why that concept, what's the real-time use case, and respective program. Okay, everything will be there, guys. Okay, we'll focus on more so practical part than theoretical. Okay, right. So what else there like class, object, so inheritance, so data hiding, abstraction, right? No, encapsulation, polymorphism, dynamic binding, basis passing, interfaces, interclasses, and nested interfaces. Exception handling. Okay. So multi-threading. String handling. So collections. Files. Okay. So while coming to advanced Java, JDBC, solids, so JSP, so Springs, it is Hibernate. Okay. Servers, especially like Tomcat. So if it is a real-time project means, so we are going to do, or we are going to implement real-time project, so by using so core Java concepts, so UI technologies, server, database, all the things, and so we will deploy the application here in Git or Bitbucket or AWS. Okay, guys. So this is what our plan. So regarding overall, okay, Java technology part. Guys, got it? Everyone? Guys, able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So, hope everyone got it. What we are going to see regarding Java technology perspective, guys? Yes or not?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay, right. So just before going for Java, so we'll see few things regarding C language. Why? Because C language is so, I mean, like familiar for everyone, right? So I think so everyone will get C language in first year academics, yes or not? Irrespective of branch, everyone will get C language, right?
Okay.
So that's the reason why. So it's better to go with C language basics. Okay. Then we'll see like C and Java differences. Then we'll move slowly into Java's perspective. Okay, right? Got everyone, guys?
Yes, sir.
Shall we start now?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Good. Right. Yes. Okay. So I think these are your favorite statements. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So while coming to it is in the case of external examinations also. So we're not going to think about question first. First we'll write these things. Then you are going to think about question. Yes or no? Right?
And many people actually call that as studio.h.
Yeah.
Studio.h, Codio.h.
It's a wrong terminology. We should not spell it like that, okay? stdio.h. Yeah. stdio.h means what, guys? What do you mean by stdio.h?
Standard input and output.
Yes.
Standard.
C. Good, yeah. CONO.h means?
Console.
Yeah.
Console input
Correct only.
output.
Yes. Console input output. Okay. Right. So we'll see what's the use of CNO. Okay. Everything again. Yeah. So dot H indicates what, guys?
Header file.
Good. So dot H indicates what? Header files. Great with this one. Header files. Okay. So what header files internally contains, guys? Yeah. Yes. So can I say like, so we have predefined functions? Yes or no? Predefined functions like keywords, right? We have like instructions. Okay. Yes or not, guys? Inbuilt so algorithms. So different type of all these predefined things will be. Yes or not?
Yes, sir.
Right. So these header files available in where? Where they were available? Right. So what the thing means? Actually, C language contains internally library. Okay. So library internally contains what just now we discussed, right? Header file. Okay. So header file internally contains what? So functions, right? Keywords, variables. Okay. Different type of instructions. All these things will be there. Yes or not, guys? You getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Let's try to respond, okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Guys, my class will be always interaction class, guys. Always will be in interactive mode. Never be silent. Okay. Right. So will not be one-way traffic. Always two-way will be there. Okay. If any sudden drives are going on, then I will take like one-way traffic, marathon.
Okay.
Okay. So 4 to 5 hours continuously. Right. We'll come to know. Right. So one other thing like, so first C language contains library. Library contains header files. So header file contains all these predefined functions, keywords, variables, instructions, algorithms. Everything will be there. Okay. To be frank, what I can say. So library is the life of C language, guys. Am I correct? So try to correct me if I am wrong. Library is a C language. Without library, can I apply anything? Can I utilize C language at least?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No.
No.
Yes, yes. So let's say, so library is the life of C language, guys. Okay. Why? Because library contains only all these things. How it has to work. Okay. How we have to give the input. How it is going to pass out input. How it is going to display the result on the console. Okay. How background work is going to happen. Everything will be available with respect to library functions, right? Yes or not, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Good. Okay. Back to okay. Good. So what is this one, guys? So these are our favorite function, right?
Yes,
You
sir.
remember?
It's the main point.
Main function, right? Main function. Yes or not?
Yes, sir.
We call this main function. So what are the use of this main function, guys?
Execution task assignment.
No. Yeah. Tell me.
Execution start.
Yeah. Good. Good. Yes. Actually, though you are going to write like n number of functions, n number of variables, okay, n number of line of statements. So the C language start its execution from Main function only, right?
Yes, sir.
Good. Yes. So from first of all, checks for main function is there or not. Then after entering into main function, after checking it is available means, then it will check line by line statement. Okay, syntax is wise. Okay, this syntax is perfect or not. This function creation is perfect or not. Okay, he is going to calling this function. Okay, whether this function is there or not. Okay, whether he is passing values for formal parameters or not. Everything is going to check line by line, right? That's why it is called like C language is nothing but one of the procedural oriented programming language. Yes or not?
Yes, sir.
Or structure oriented programming
Yes,
language,
sir.
right? Yeah. Okay. Done. Yeah, guys. Yeah. What you can call this statement, guys? What you can call this statement?
Initialization. Variables.
Variable. Yeah, tell me now. Again, can you tell me again?
Variable initialization.
Exactly, we should not say like this. So variable declaration and yes, perfect. Now it is perfect. What I can say? Variable declaration and initialization. Got my point?
Yes, sir.
Let's see once here. Okay. See once this one. Second statement. What I can call this statement, guys, now? Is there any
Variable.
value now? This statement?
No,
What I can say directly?
variable declaration.
Only variable declaration. Yes or not? This one is what?
Initialization.
Yes, variable initialization. Am I correct?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
So whenever we have like data type and respective variable equals to assigning something value ends with semicolon, in the sense that is a variable declaration and initialization, guys. Okay. So whenever we have data type, so variable name, if there is no value means that's simply only variable declaration. Okay. Then variable name equals to we are assigning something value in the sense that is what variable initialization. So variable declaration and initialization combination both nothing but this one, variable declaration and initialization. Got it, guys?
Yes, sir.
Good.
Yes, sir.
Right. Okay. Guys, how many CSC guys here? Can you raise your hands once?
I'm CSC, sir.
CSC. Okay. Next.
CSC,
CSC
sir.
IT.
CSC,
CSC.
sir.
Good. Good. 3. Next. Okay. 3 members of CSC, right? Right. Guys, whoever not belongs to like EC, I mean like CSC or IT department, you need not worry. Okay. So everyone will get knowledge, guys. Okay. So to be frank, so non-IT people will work hard and will get the job earlier than IT people. Okay. So we observe so many students as examples in civic success stories. Okay. Non-IT people will work hard. Okay. So and they will get job earlier than IT. We'll come to know. Okay. We are non-IT. Okay. it maybe takes somewhat of more time to get the job. No. So need not to, so keep that in your mind. I'm sure we'll get nice subject. Okay. The only thing expected from you people means, so every day you have to learn, every day you need to practice. Okay. So practice power n is equals to what? Crack the opportunity. Yes or not?
Yes, sir.
That too, I
Yes,
mean,
sir.
I had so many moments like
Yes.
telling us no opportunities, no opportunities, no opportunities. Opportunities will be there, guys. Okay. The only thing, you need to be get ready to crack the opportunity. Okay. So need not to worry about opportunities, worry about subject and practice. Okay. How much you have learned, validate yourself. Okay. Getting my point, guys, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Good. Back to here. Let's say okay. So otherwise I will take here. That is. Okay. What is this one? Is what is this one?
Data type.
Data type. Good. This is what?
Keyboard.
Keyword.
Keyword.
Sure? No, 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 no. Z is what here?
Variable.
Variable, sir.
Variable.
Perfect. Right. This is what?
Value.
Right. So let me do mark. Yes. So this is what you told. So data type. And this is what, guys? So variable. And this is value. Okay, perfect. Yeah. Now if you think this one, guys, what do you mean by data type? And what's the use of data type?
Which stores the value.
Which will, okay, stores a value. Good. Still, Still any uses? Okay, see here once. What is the meaning of this statement, guys? So you are storing 34.894 value. Main memory, right? Yes or not? Let's see. Let us take this one. What's the value of storing, guys?
34.894.
Right. Okay. 34.894. Right. So basically, this is what main memory. Okay. In terms of RAM, right? Okay. So you are storing this value with respect to main memory. Yes or not, guys?
Yes, sir.
So whenever if you want to store any value, okay, whenever if you want to store any value, so with respect to main memory, what we need? You need some memory space, right? Yes or not, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Always you need some memory space as a part of RAM or main memory if you want to store any value. Okay. Yes. That memory space is going to be allocated by whom? Got it. Got it. Yes. So what you can say? The main purpose of data type, which is going to allocate a particular amount of memory space in main memory for the respective value. Can I say like this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, and not only this one, the data type also decides what type of value we need to store. Let's say if it is double means we need to store decimal type of values. Okay. If it is integers means only numerical, right? Let's say if you want to store your PAN number, okay, I need to go for which data type? String. Why? Because alpha numerical, no? Yes. So if you want to store true or false type of values, you need to go for Boolean. Okay. So if you want to store only single character type of values means go for character data type. Okay. So if you want to store multiple characters means go for string. Okay. So if you want to store your phone number means int not eligible. Why? Because int we can store only 9 digits. Phone number 10 digits, right? Go for long data type. Getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So the data type main purpose, which is going to allocate respect to amount of memory space in main memory with respect to value, and the data type also decides what type of value we need to store. Got my point? Right.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
what do you mean by variable, guys?
Contain the address of the value in the memory.
Okay. Address of the value. Good. Next. Still. See here. So you are storing this value with respect to main memory. Okay. So whenever if you want to store any value with respect to main memory, okay, for identification purpose, for recognizing, okay, for identify or recognizing of any respective value with respect to main memory, okay, we need to give some what? unique name. Yes or not? So we need to give some unique name, guys. Okay. So we need to give some unique name for identifying respective value, which is going to be stored in main memory. That unique name is nothing but what, guys? That unique name is nothing but what?
Variable.
No, that is not a variable. That unique name is nothing but like this. Identifier. Okay. But the unique name is now what, guys? Identifier. Okay. Now, how identifier became variable? See? Yes or not? Let's see here. I'm doing like this. Let's say G equals to E plus 1.2. Okay. If I'm going to do like this, guys. Okay. Now, what's the value of G? Previously, what's the value of G now? 34.894. Now, I am adding something manipulations, guys. Okay. Now what's the value of G? Tell me. Like this. 34.894 and
plus 1.
dot 2. What's the value now? Hmm.
36.184.
36.18.
184.
184. Correct, huh?
No.
Correct only.
984. 184 is
184 only. Yes, correct only value. Or 094.
094.
094.
36.094, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What? Yeah. Basically, I am poor in mathematics. Right. Okay. Now, see now. Again, if I'm going to do like this, so G equals to, so G minus, let's say 4.0. Okay. Now, what's the value of G now? Up to now 36.094, guys. If I do like this, again manipulation, G minus 4.0, what's the value now?
32.094.
32.094.
Yes or not? Right. See
Yes,
here.
sir.
What's the value of first time?
34.894.
34.894. What's the value of G second time?
36.094.
At last, what's the value? 32.094. See, the value of G is maintaining constant value or going to be changes here?
Changing.
Changing, sir.
Changing, right? Yes. So what you can say, the value of identifier is going to be changing. Okay. its value from one point of context into another point of context. That is the reason why an identifier is also called as what? Variable. Got it, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So initially, to identify the respective value which is going to be stored in main memory for identifying purpose, we need to give something unique name, okay, to that value. That unique name initially is nothing but what? Identifier. But the value of identifier may be changed or vary from one point of context into another point of context. Okay. So that's the reason why identifier also nothing but variable. As a part of definition, what you can say, a variable is an identifier which is used to identify the value or respective value which is going to be stored in main memory and whose value may be changed or varies from one point of context into another point of context. Can I say like this?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Let's try to give, elaborative knowledge, guys. Try to avoid shortcut answers. Okay. So instead of giving what is what, if you are going to explore your knowledge means, so they will get to know. Okay. So they are really learning. So after analyzing something instead of buttifying. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Try to avoid shortcut answers. Okay. Then you will get more priority than others. Right now? Yes. Okay. Got this one, guys? Everyone? Here?
Yes, sir.
Right. I'll take one. Yeah, guys. So how many types of data types we have? How many types of data types?
8 times.
3 types, huh? What they are? What they are now? No?
Primitive data
Good.
types.
Yes. So primitive or can I also say fundamental?
Data.
Good. Next one.
User-defined data.
Instead of going for directly user defined, let's go for
Non-primitive.
non-primitive or derived. Okay. Now we can go for user defined. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Good. Okay. So these are we have like 3 types of data types, guys. Primitive or fundamental, non-primitive or derived, and then user defined. Okay, right. We'll see one by one. So first we'll focus on primitive or fundamental. Okay. Right, guys. So regarding primitive fundamental, so what's the use of it? What's the condition or restriction, or is there any drawback with respect to primitive or fundamental data types, guys? Or no drawback or no restrictions? Just tell me something about primitive or fundamental data types, guys. Yeah. Able to see my screen, guys? Able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't mean, I mean, whatever you're going to deliver, whatever you're going to say, it should be perfect, guys. Whatever you know up to here, okay. So based on your academic knowledge, you can just tell me. It doesn't mean you should be perfect. No one is perfect. Everyone is a learner. Okay. Nobody knows nothing. Nobody knows everything. Am I correct? Even Google knows everything, huh? Guys? Is it Google knows everything?
Okay.
No, right. That's all. Just tell me what you know about primitive fundamental. Just sharing our knowledge, guys. It doesn't mean I am the great. No one is great. Yeah. Try to respond. Whatever one, just tell me. Irrespective of right or not. It doesn't mean, guys. Hesitating, huh? Don't hesitate. Okay. Need not to hesitate. See, think about one scenario. Interview is going on, guys. Interview is going on. Okay. You are techie, you know everything. Technology and programmatic, you know everything. What you can do everything. Until unless you are not going to giving the answer for the questions, are going to be shortlisted, guys.
Oh,
Okay.
Prim-
No, right.
Primitive means predefined data type.
Now, see, I will make it get now. Just say for example,
Int float.
mute once, everyone. So, if you want to say the answer, you can unmute. So, remaining all the situations, you can mute, guys. Okay. Right. Good. See here, guys. If you think about this statement is valid or invalid, guys? Valid or invalid? Valid only, right?
Yes, sir.
Valid. Now, what about this statement, guys?
Invalid.
Valid, sir.
Valid. Invalid. See, condition came. Okay. Now you can say, what's the use of primitive fundamental? What's the condition? And what is not possible? Can you tell me the statement now? By using these data types, we can store only
One value.
one value. Yes. Within a single variable, but we cannot store more than one value. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. That is what primitive fundamental. Okay. Right. So by using primitive fundamental, we can store only one value within a single variable. We can't store more than one. So that's why it is the second statement is invalid. So first statement is valid. Okay. Good. Now, what's the use of non-primitive or derived data types? Still, here also is there any condition or no condition? Just like that. regarding your knowledge, regarding your academics knowledge? Just tell me. Don't hesitate. Right. Okay. Let's see once. Just see here, guys. Now, what concepts these are? I think you may watch this multiple times. You may observe this.
Here is
Perfect.
here is
Arrays. Yes or not? Right. Now, first statement is valid or invalid?
Valid, sir.
valid.
Valid.
Valid. Valid. Second statement, guys.
Invalid.
This one.
Valid.
This one.
Invalid.
Conditions. A. Okay. Now, can you tell me what do you mean by non-primitive derived data types and what's the conditions? Is the data type we can store
More than one value.
multiple values of same data type. Okay. But cannot current data types. Yes or not? The two, so based on size, we can store elements. So we can store less than this size, comma, equal to size normal. Yes or not? But we can't store more than the. Am I correct? Yes or not, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So non-primitive. You know already, right? Array is nothing but is a collection or grouping of homogeneous or similar type of values. Okay. Only similar or homogeneous type of values we can store. That is based on data type, whatever you declared. Okay. We can store. See, actually this is how much, guys? 4. I stored only 2 elements. That is what I told. We can store. Okay. Less than the size. Okay. Next, this is what 2 size 2, but I'm trying to store more than 2 size. As I already said, we can't store more than the size. Okay, see here, What the size here? 3. How many elements I stored? 3. See, equal to size. Possible or not?
Possible.
Okay. See here, how much size? 5. How many elements I try to store? 4. I mean, regarding size, okay. But what's the data type here? D array is what type of data type, guys? Integer, right? Say 97 integer, 12 integer, no problem. But K is what? What type of value? Character. 98, 987.655 is what type of value? Floater table. But your array belongs to integer, right? We can't store different type of values. Yes or not? See here. So we can't store different data types. We can store only same data types. Homogeneous or similar type of values. That is what non-primitive or derived. Exactly arrays. Yes or not, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So just to avoid the drawbacks of derived data types or arrays, we have like user defined data types. What you can say? We can store multiple values of same or different data types. Yes or not? We think like data structures, guys. Share, union, enum. Yes or not? Linked list. We remember all these things, guys. C language and data structure. I hope you can remember at least names.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. See, if you think about structure, so structure will be created by using what keyword? Struct, right? Let's say I will take this one. Okay. Int next. Yeah, see guys, this one here. Employee ID is what type, guys? Integer. Employee name is what type? Array of characters. Okay. Employee salary is what type? Float type. So these all variables are of same or different data types, guys? Same or different data types? Yes or not? Different
Different.
data types. Different data types. Within how many variables? One. Only employee variable, right? Yes or not?
Yes, sir.
That is what the advantage of user defined. By using user defined data types, we can store what I mentioned previous multiple values of either same category or different. I can know similar or homogeneous or heterogeneous type of values. Yes or not? That is what the advantage of user defined data types. Exactly data structures in C language. But in the case of Java, we have a concept called what? Collection. Okay. So another concept will come. We'll go somewhat of deep into collection framework. Okay. That's the difference, guys. Primitive, fundamental, derived, and user defined. Is that not?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Everyone got anyone having doubt here? Yes, anyone having doubt? regarding today's class, whatever we just discussed?
Clear, sir.
Now you got clear-cut idea what you are about to discuss regarding Java perspective or Java technology?
Yes, sir.
Right. So any questions you want to ask, guys? Just ask me. Are any changes you are expecting from my side? Just suggest me.
No, sir, it's good, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Any suggestions, sir? I need to use any Telugu? Or no, sir. You can go with Korean with English.
No, sir, only English.
Okay. Good. There is any questions? So I'm trying to give you. I'm trying to give 100% knowledge. Okay. The only one thing expectation from you guys means practice, learn, crack the opportunities. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's nice too. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Kalyan,
Yes, sir.
guys, how many are from non-computer science here? Non-TSC.
Sure.
Okay, don't worry, guys. Within a month, I can definitely make out many non-CSC people will start helping their CSC friends in Core Java as well. That's a common trend in CV Core. It's very simple. When you start something, when you start listening to the coach, you learn as per the expectations wise. So branch doesn't matter. Once you join, it's all about how much hard work you do and how much time you actually ask questions. So I expect all the people to ask more questions. The more questions you ask, and as Kalyan sir always says, the more mistakes that you do, the more errors you get, the better learning you get.
There is, do you know one thing? Errors are our favorites. Errors are our favorites. Do you agree?
Yes, sir.
If you are able to solve a problem,
Yeah, carry on.
if you are able to solve a problem just like that, with someone giving a code to you, you might execute the program, but you will not learn anything. But when you start doing something on your own, the more errors you get, the better learning you get. That's what we always believe in CV Core. And we have seen many examples. Every branch, every batch that we generally have, we have seen many examples like that.
Yes, sir, true, sir.
Okay, Kalyan sir,
Yes, sir.
your fans are waiting. September 2nd batch, 12 o'clock
Acha.
class for them.
I will carry on. I will carry on.
Okay. Thank you, Kalyan. I'll talk to these guys.
Yes. Thank you all, guys. See you next day.
Thank you, sir.
Right.
Thank you, sir.
Right. Yeah. Bye.
Bye, Kalyan. I'll talk to you afternoon.
Bye, sir. Yes, sir. Okay.